Well, here I am at the famed Hong Kong steps. Someone here Sunday night will be lifting the trophy in this incredible stadium in So Kom Po. And for this expert view, we have got a wonderful story where statistic matches the French Renaissance that we saw in Vancouver. Incredible to see France make their first final since 2012, and it was remarkable how the statistics back that up. Once again, looking at their performance, you can see Las Vegas was not a good place for them. They came 15th, and comparing their stats to Vancouver, their possession was round about the same. Tries per visit to 22, again very similar. Ruck retention was actually worse in Vancouver. They gave away more ball, and seeing that through the opposition ruck success been increased in Vancouver. Turnovers conceded as a result was therefore negative and gave away more penalties in game average in Vancouver than they did in Las Vegas. But going from 15th place with just one win to an incredible final was all down to one statistic in particular. Their restarts regained from a contestable kick went from 0% to 74, which is a staggering number and just shows that when that game is right and on point, restarts become the most important part of the game of sevens. We've said it before, but this time I'm going to dive into it with some chalkboard shots to show how it is vitally important in the game of sevens. So as we can see here, with the defenders bin D and attackers as A, the usual setup for game of sevens looks at people being in pods. The pairs of pods identify where the space is in between that, so the kickers are looking to hit that space. A different formation can be seen when it pivots slightly with a right-hand pod and a left-hand pod with two free-standing men in the middle. The third option comes from a 2-1-2 split, and again you can see where the defenders in the backfield can use a pendulum motion to cover that area off, leaving the middle man a little bit isolated in the middle of shot. So those three formations are slight permutations how most teams generally try and defend these restarts. And what we've got now is some clips from France's incredible effort in Vancouver to show how it works in real time. Perez looks for the space, and as he scans the field can see the lifting pod on the 15-metre line, meaning the space is in behind. Logel attacks it. What a leap from the man. Sets the ball up, giving French grade A broken field ball. Wonderful attack from them, and they back it up with a different attacking formation. This time against the USA, and Vickerman is isolated in the middle. Because the ball lands right on top of his head, he cannot jump, and this time Alert gets the tap back, and O'Connor then proceeds to attack the Americans in their own territory. Third variation, again Perez lethal with the boot, sees a 2-2-2 split with Werner Koch being the sole person in the backfield. Because he's on his own, the lifting pod can't get there, and once again the French reclaim their restart, showing that their powers of regaining possession gave them the platform to perform. Famously, Samoa employ a tactic where they kick the ball down the middle. Zegdar attacks the space, wins the ball back on the inside, lovely little offload when he gets reeled in, and that is what you call Route 1, out Samoa in Samoa in a restart game that was pivotal to the French success. But you can see how the French backed up their statistic of 74% of their restarts being reclaimed, but it wasn't just in attack, they were also pretty accurate. If you see here, this clip shows you exactly what to do from a defensive point of view and how to get that lifting point right. Wonderful lift in the air, secures the ball, South Africa cannot compete, and as a result, they retain their restart and can build their phases from their own 22. There is so much going on when you talk about restarts, but each time from the clips that we saw, Perez scans the defensive shape and finds that all-important space, moves the pods around, and the French attackers went so well that became their default foundation to a wonderful performance in Vancouver. It's often said in sevens that the restart is the third set piece, but from the evidence we've seen here, it's by far the most important.